Hi again, everybody. This time we're going to go into the body movements for the sugar push. Okay, and this one's quite interesting. So now, what happens when we do the sugar push? You know the footstep all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's talk about the leader first. His part is always a little bit less because the follower is usually doing more of the turns and things like that. Now, to go backwards, okay, guys, we actually start falling backwards a little bit. So when I start going, I start falling, that tells her to come forward. We'll talk about more of that in the lead follow section. When I come back here, I fall 1, and I give a little push off my foot, okay? So I go 1, 2, 3. I hit my 3, I do my touch, or a triple if you want to. But now to go forward, you have to push off of your standing foot, okay? The common mistake is the guys push with your arms, and it's very offensive. So when we go back, guys, we fall a little bit. We go 1, 2. These are small. Those don't have to be big. So we have our small, small. But here, when we push off of the floor, okay? And our push from the floor pushes her, not our hands. So that gets you going forward. So you fall a little bit, push, fall forward, and then here you have to start falling backwards to stop yourself. So once you've pushed forward, 1, 2, push, step, bump, bump, bump. So as I'm doing a triple, I start falling back a little bit. That stops me from going forward, and then I fall back into my next step. Okay? Now, for the followers, a little more intricate. When we start falling, she starts going too also. Now, always remember, there are only 2 ways to go forward for the human body. One is, if you do nothing at all and fall, you'll go forward, okay? The other is, if you don't fall, the only other way to go forward is to push off the floor. That's it. Now, in dancing, we use both. She's going to fall a little bit and then push, because when I start going, I start falling, so she'll start falling. But once she starts falling a little bit, then she complements that with a push off of her left foot to push off the floor to go forward. Okay, so we're going to try and make it a little big, okay? So she starts falling and she does a big push, boom, boom, okay? Let's do that again, okay? I start falling, she starts falling, she does a big push. Push, step, boom, boom, right. Remember what we said before. When you do that push, you don't push enough to get to your next step. You push enough, you push to go through that step to get to your second step all the time. Okay, so she's going to fall and push through, boom, and then all of a sudden I'm here. So she has to stop and go back the other way. All of a sudden there's this wall. If I got off the slot, she'd go by, but if I'm on the slot, she knows she's going to go back there with a sugar push or something like that. So we fall, she pushes, 1, 2, boom, oh, all of a sudden the wall, okay? Now, here's the next common mistake. We come in there and we push against each other. Terrible dancing. Try not to do that. Very stiff. Don't give resistance. Don't push on each other. Complement each other. We'll talk about that a little bit in the lead follow section. Okay, to make her go backwards, okay? Followers, leaders, there's no reason that we have to push her back, because she has 3 energies bringing her backwards, okay? So we do not have to guerrilla lead our partners. We want an enjoyable lead. So when she comes forward, here they are, 1, 2. Now, when I give the wall here to stop her, what happens is, don't hold your arms stiff. That knocks you off balance and it's off time. Let your elbows continue going backwards as your body continues going forward, and your elbows will stop your forward movement. If you stretch your elbows back strong enough, they will stop your forward movement. So we come in here, 1, 2, she stretches back, right. See? There's no reason to push. She's pulling back so strongly it pulls her, and it can actually start pulling her backwards. We also use this when we do turns, okay? Now, next, that's energy number 1. We create oppositions in our body, okay? So if I'm doing this, it has a tendency to pull me backwards. If I do this, it has a tendency to bring me forward. As a matter of fact, she did that. When she went forward, she extended her arms. Now she went back with her arms, boom. She extended her arms to go forward. So when she wanted to go forward, she fell and she also did her arms, okay? She came forward, boom. Now elbows went back, she pulls herself back with the elbows, right. That's number 1 energy. Number 2 energy is the hamstring of her right leg. So there, we create energies by creating an opposition in our body. So when we're pulling back on our elbows against our body, that pulled us. That's an energy, okay? Now, when she goes back, she's going to stretch her hamstring to pull against her torso, and that's going to pull her backwards also. So no reason to push off the partner. So now she's going to exaggerate that one. 1, 2, stretch that leg, way back. See that? 1, and it feels good. Stretch it, right. So dancing is movement to music. Okay, if you want your ultimate dancing, you want to max out your body movements, okay? So if you stretch as much as you can and go back, that's your maximum dancing, your maximum enjoyment. We don't want to dance real small here and just walk through our patterns. That gets boring after a while. And it's no exercise either. So she comes forward, 1, 2. She stretches that leg, stretch it, boom, very good. See that? She does that very well. I love when she does that. So now we go to the third energy, okay? Now when she's coming forward, 1, 2, now off her left leg, she's going to push backwards, okay? Here we go again. She's going to exaggerate the push. 1, 2, push off her foot, push, boom. He's doing the same thing. Remember when I said he pushes to go forward? She does the same thing. I don't have to push her. She has her own energy. Let's not knock each other off balance. 1, 2, we both push, push, boom. We take a nice big movement there, okay? So there are the 3 energies making her go backwards. No reason in the world to ever push off the partner, okay? So she's reaching back with her elbows. And by the way, the order is when she comes in, because I put up the wall, the elbows will go back first. The next thing should happen is their hamstring should reach back. That starts pulling her. And the third thing is she pushes off the foot. Okay, so that's the order, okay? Elbows, hamstring, push. Okay, so let's see if I can say that fast. And 1. 1, 2, elbows, hamstring, push. Da, da, da. 1, 2, elbows, hamstring, push. That's it. 1, 2, elbows, hamstring, push. Very good. And look at that nice, great movement, that big movement it gave her. So now the dancing is very dynamic, very exciting, okay? We complement each other. We make things easy for each other. We feel a rhythm with each other, okay? So she'll put them forward a little bit. You know, mine go back because I'm stepping. I went back. She reached hers forward. Then all of a sudden she went back with her elbows, reached her hamstring, push off. Very good. Right. I push right into her and go with her. So now if we both push, we go together. Then we have that little bit of a separation, okay? So those are the energies to make it very dynamic, give you a lot of great movement. And we'll talk more about that connection when we get to the third level, the 300 level. But practice that, enjoy that, have some fun, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.